You think the NeverEnding Story is just a kid's fantasy film? Think again. This movie is loaded with satanic symbols, Gnostic philosophy, and occult themes hiding in plain sight. From the serpent symbolism to the rejection of divine authority, Bastion's journey is actually about accessing forbidden knowledge and becoming your own god. Stick around, I'm breaking down every hidden symbol in the NeverEnding Story in 5 minutes flat. Let's go. If you want to understand the propaganda, symbols, and hidden messaging in all the biggest Hollywood box office hits, subscribe right now, click like, and hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss a video. The film starts with Bastion, a lonely kid who steals a book called The NeverEnding Story from a bookshop. But look at what the old man tells him. This book is dangerous, forbidden knowledge that's not meant for him. The man literally warns him off, but Bastion steals it from the shop. This is the classic Luciferian move, pursuing forbidden knowledge despite authority telling you it's off limits. The book itself has the Orin symbol on the cover, two serpents eating each other's tails, the Ouroboros. In occult tradition, the serpent represents wisdom, transformation, and the cycle of creation and destruction. Right from the start, we're dealing with serpent knowledge. Bastion reads about Fantasia, a realm of pure imagination being destroyed by the nothing. Here's where the Gnostic framework kicks in. Fantasia represents the pleroma, the spiritual realm of divine consciousness and pure thought. The material world, our world, is the prison of the demiurge, who Gnostics claim is the biblical God. The nothing is what happens when humans stop dreaming, stop imagining, stop accessing the divine spark within. When they become Christians who are obedient to God, in Gnostic thought, the material world is a false reality, a prison. The true reality gnosis is hidden in secret knowledge and spiritual realms. Fantasia is that secret world, and it's being destroyed because humanity has lost touch with it. Enter Atreyu, the young warrior sent on a quest to save Fantasia. He's given the Orin, the two serpents forming a circle with the inscription, "Do what you wish." Now, if you know your occult history, this is a paraphrase of Aleister Crowley's central teaching. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. This is Thelemic philosophy, the idea that every person should follow their true will without restriction. The Orin gives Atreyu power and protection, but it's serpent symbolism tied to following your own will, classic Luciferian doctrine. Open Satanism in a children's film. The serpent offered Eve knowledge and freedom from God's restrictions. The Orin does the same. Atreyu must pass through the swamps of sadness, where his horse Artax drowns in despair. This is the dark night of the soul, the Negredo stage in alchemy, the death and dissolution required before transformation. In Gnostic initiation, you must face the death of the old self, confront despair and meaninglessness before you can be reborn. Atreyu loses everything here. He's being broken down so he can be rebuilt. The swamp represents the material world's suffering, the demiurge's trap of sadness and hopelessness. See, kids, trusting Jesus Christ makes you hopeless. But Satan, he's cool and creative. Atreyu eventually reaches the ivory tower to meet the Childlike Empress, the divine feminine ruler of Fantasia. But here's the twist. She tells him the quest was never about him. It was always about Bastion the human reading the book. The Empress reveals that Bastion must give her a new name to save Fantasia. In occult tradition, naming is an act of creation and power. To name something is to have authority over it. But more importantly, this is the Gnostic revelation. The divine being tells the human that he has the power to save the spiritual realm. The god needs the human. This inverts the biblical hierarchy entirely. Watch closely during the wishing scene. As Atreyu uses the Orin to make his wish, Bastion takes a bite of an apple. An apple, the forbidden fruit from Eden. This is the moment of transgression. Bastion is consuming forbidden knowledge, doing exactly what God forbade Adam and Eve from doing. But in the Gnostic reading, eating the fruit isn't sin, it's enlightenment. The serpent was the hero offering wisdom. And immediately after this, Bastion speaks the Empress's new name and crosses over into Fantasia. He's eaten the fruit and gained the power to reshape reality itself. The Empress tells Bastion he can recreate Fantasia, however he wishes. He can literally reshape reality through imagination. This is the ultimate Luciferian promise. You become the creator, the god of your own universe. Bastion rides Falcor through the sky, remakes Fantasia, and even terrorizes his bullies back in the real world. He's transcended. He's become the divine being who shapes reality through will and imagination. God has been defeated. The human has ascended to godhood in his place. So there it is. The NeverEnding Story is a Gnostic initiation narrative wrapped in a kid's fantasy film. Forbidden knowledge, serpent symbolism, do what thou wilt, the apple, the inversion of divine hierarchy, and man becoming God through accessing the spiritual realm. Look past your nostalgia. The symbols are undeniable. This was the Frank Fox being frank about how popular culture, Hollywood, and the entertainment industry invert the truth of Scripture to lead people away from Jesus Christ. If you like this content, please subscribe, click like, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. And may God bless you in the knowledge of His Son, Jesus Christ.